Oh, this is good. This is good. I want to know who the flying F is Colin Kaepernick. Oh, wait a minute. That's that washed up quarterback who likes to kneel, which is his absolute right to do. But look at this. This is from the Wall Street Journal. This kind of just, I don't know, this tweaked my knickers for some reason. Nike nixes Betsy Ross flag sneaker after Colin Kaepernick intervenes. So Colin Kaepernick is making the decisions for a Fortune 500 company? That seems kind of weird, doesn't it? A sneaker maker pulls Independence Day themed shoe after NFL star raised concerns about symbolism. Of what? Of the 13 colonies? What is this guy's deal, man? Just when I thought he was out of our lives, he keeps pulling himself back into relevance. Good almighty. Says Nike is yanking the USA themed sneaker featuring an American flag after NFL star turned activist Colin Kaepernick told the company it shouldn't sell a shoe with a symbol that he and others consider offensive, according to people familiar with the matter. He and others? Who are they? So the American flag and the Betsy Ross flag is offensive? But how? Let's see, the sneaker giant created the Air Max 1 USA in celebration of the 4th of July holiday, and it was slated to go on sale this week. The heel of the shoe featured a US flag with 13 white stars in a circle, design created by the American Revolution, commonly referred to the Betsy Ross flag. After shipping the shoes to retailers, Nike asked for them to be returned without explaining why, the people said. The shoes aren't available on Nike's own apps and websites. Nike has chosen not to release the Air Max 1 Strike 4th of July as it featured an old version of the American flag. After the images of the shoe were posted online, Mr. Kaepernick, a Nike endorser, reached out to the company officials saying that he and others felt the Betsy Ross flag is an offensive symbol because it's a connection to the era of slavery. No, the people said. Some users on social media responded to posts about the shoe with similar concerns. So I guess one social media post equals a million, I guess. And it goes over to the design was created by one of the 13 colonies. 1790 stars and bars were added to reflect the addition of Vermont and Kentucky as states. Okay. This is interesting. This is then they Washington, the Wall Street Journal kind of goes over some of the issues, and it says in 2016, the superintendent of Michigan School District apologized, of course, after students waved the Betsy Ross flag at a high school football game, saying it was that for some it was a symbol of white supremacy and nationalism. What? Man, clown world. And if I had that clown world, I'm going honk honk. Mr. Kaepernick, a 31-year-old washed-up quarterback, last played for the NFL in 2016. By the way, that's 3 years ago for some of my fans out there. And he became kneeling. He's gone since unsigned because he sucks. And then they made this chuckle nuts the face of the Nike. The campaign generated backlash, blah, blah, blah. So since the ad was released, Nike has posted higher sales, boosted by strong demand. I don't know who. Fourth quarter sales, 4%. And what about those poor people who are getting paid pennies on the dollar to stitch up their shoes and in those factories in China? Who knows? Or Vietnam or Pakistan, whatever these people are making the shoes. At least some of the U.S. themed shoes have already made it to their way to the sneaker enthusiast version 1 Air Max were changing hands on sneaker reselling site for as much as $500, according to the site. The price fluctuated with one pair fetching as much as $2,000 and another as little as $140. So, what does that say? Apparently, Colin Kaepernick, a washed-up 31-year-old quarterback who hasn't played for 3 years, is making decisions for a Fortune 500 company, stating that him and some other people, indeterminate amount of people, by the way, says those sneakers harken back to the era of slavery and white supremacy. I just find it funny that A washed up quarterback who hasn't played in 3 years in the NFL is making decisions for a Fortune 500 company. I know I've said it 3 times, but the point I want to stress is that who the fuck is Colin Kaepernick? Who? Now he just made his name relevant again for a couple more days because he had to open his big fat fucking mouth. There's nothing wrong with those shoes. Now I could say, well, why are you worried about it, Laszlo? Shouldn't bother you. Well, it kind of does. Because what the hell's going on here? This is definitely a clown world, and you know, God. Before I go, I'm gonna check the comments. This ought to be good. They might reflect what I have to say. So 4 minutes ago, a subscriber, DK Brand, stated that when you barbecue this 4th of July, think about the sacrifices that went into founding our great nation. Think about the precedents of founding fathers drafting our Constitution, and think about the diverse, wealthy, and free this nation is relative to the rest of the world. Nike symbolizes none of that. Joseph Hayden stated, Kaepernick offends me. Totally agree. To me, Nike is now a symbol of cowardice, out of control, political correctness, and just plain stupid, not stupidity. Perhaps Colin Kaepernick should be the CEO instead of the endorser. He seems to be calling all the shots. So perhaps Colin Kaepernick should start boycotting the $1, $2, and $12 bills, since they have pictures of presidents who owned slaves. I'll go even further. Get a $100 bill in there, but I'll even go further. He should get paid in euros. If he doesn't like our money or our symbolism, I guess. Because people say that the other side to protest peacefully, they do that and then everyone freaks out. Said, I had one nice Nike shirt. It is in today's trash. That's kind of going a little too far. And I'll never knowingly buy another Nike product. I won't. I wish state-sponsored sports teams would discontinue wearing Nike symbol. I agree. So you can see all these commenters are subscribers, and they're making their point heard. I guess I could go down further and find out one comment that's pro Kaepernick. Considered source just saying. Yep, slavery predated the founding of our nation, exactly. But why should we let context ruin a narrative, am I right? Jesus. As you can see, wow. Yeah, so most of the comments are anti-Nike, anti-Kaepernick. So it is what you expect. So I guess in this day's clown world, this is what we have to expect every day. Some washed up NFL quarterback who hasn't played for 3 years makes decisions for a Fortune 500 company. Gotta love the clown world. Gotta love it.